All right, it's a different style of video today. I'm not gonna edit any of it. Just gonna keep it raw because I want to talk to you guys genuinely. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story. My story as to why I want to help busy individuals maintain their fitness without the need of a gym and without breaking their busy schedules, especially if they're a parent with young kids. It starts with my childhood, right? Like everybody's story does. So I changed up the niche a little bit, but it started with me wanting to help people lose weight. And that's because when I was a kid, I have a lot of loved ones who struggle with their weight and weight loss, and I've had certain loved ones who have even gotten surgeries for their weight loss. You know, tried all the methods, tried the natural path, tried the, you know, all the diets, right? All the fad diets. Well, they ended up getting surgeries and they ended up just gaining the weight all back, even after the surgeries. And I wondered why, but I realized it the older I got. And that's because starting the idea of being the way you want to be is the easy part, but actually staying consistent and getting there and maintaining it and keeping that consistency over and over and over again to maintain it is the hard part. So I'm a big believer in the natural way. I'm a big believer in doing things the healthy way. Not to say that the surgeries they got were the unhealthiest way to do it, but it's not gonna help develop that habit. It's not gonna help develop that knowledge of what to do to maintain it. It makes sense that they don't work. It makes sense that those other methods, all these fad diets, all these fad programs, it makes sense that they don't work because it doesn't teach anybody anything to keep with them as they get older, as they keep going with it. Because I guarantee you that people who sign up for these things in the first place, they don't want to stay the way they are. They want to maintain it. So it's heartbreaking for me to watch the struggle of people going through that, the struggle of people feeling like they're the fattest in the room, feeling like they're being judged, feeling like they're not confident, they have low self-esteem. Make sure this is still going here. Okay, good. I know my battery's a little low. And it's in the snow, so. Okay. So, as a young child, I've watched the struggle firsthand. Hey everyone, my phone died. So, still gonna keep it raw though. I'm referring to seeing it firsthand, right? I think that's where I left off. Seeing it firsthand growing up, the struggles that is. So that brings me to today. I've been certified since 2015, NASM certified. When I got certified, I worked at a gym and I worked with this particular woman named Christine. And at the time when we met, she was about 300 pounds. And since then, she has transformed herself and basically cut her weight in half. And now she's about 140. Excuse me. She reached out to me right as I started this whole business launch. And I've been working with her ever since. And as fate would have it, she is the type of person I want to help. And she's actually a prime example of a success story of of who I could help somebody achieve. She has achieved the weight, she has sustained it, and she is continuing to sustain it. And I'm doing everything in my power to help her do that. And in this process, I'm developing my own challenge program that helps people build those habits. The natural way, the easy way. I don't want to say easy, I guess the easy way, right? It puts it on easy mode. I was actually reading Atomic Habits right after this run. You literally saw me outside in the snow. That was literally right after my run. And during my runs, I listen to Audible. I'm reading Atomic Habits by James Clear every time I run. And he was talking about making those 2-minute rules, he calls them. But in my case, it's a 5-minute rule with my workouts. Basically, he says that it's good to ease into habits. So there's a lot that goes with that. But for example, if you want to start exercising, there's more to it than just, say, going to the gym. What I teach, you don't need a gym for. So, but say it was, right? Say it was going to the gym. You have to set aside time to get your clothes together, to drive to wherever the gym is, to have the time to figure out what to do and do it in that block of time when you're at the gym. But those are all steps. And with those steps, they could be construed as barriers, which is really hard to stay consistent with. So basically, what I am practicing is simplifying that whole process and taking away as many barriers as I can and making exercise come to you, no matter where you are. So he made a good point in the book, and he said that you don't need to necessarily work out. It's just the act of getting used to showing up, getting used to putting on your gym clothes, for example, getting used to going into the spot where you work out at the particular time, right? All these things add up. You got to walk before you run in the most minuscule way at times. So that's where this program comes in. That's where I'm thinking. That's where my thinking is. I've always made exercise a priority in my life. But even at the busiest time of my life, working the jobs I worked, having to be there for my wife and daughter when they needed me. When my daughter was young, they still need me now. My daughter's 9 now. It's figuring out how to bring it to me. So I've combined that method of bringing it to me and my passion to help others who I've seen struggle secondhand. And which is probably why I've never been heavy, because I've seen it. And in turn, I've learned how to avoid being that way, because I've seen what it can do to a person. And that's what makes me do what I do here. I meant to do this. I meant to do all of this programming to figure out what's the word I'm looking for? I guess the ideal way to sustain that weight loss long term. And obviously, I could only do so much from my end. And that's where you come in for your end. It's a two-way street here. So with that said, some people think I'm crazy doing this, but I'm in the process of making a 6-week challenge. But before that 6-week challenge, I'm going to give the option to do a 7-day free trial run of the challenge. So it doesn't have to be the 7 days. It could be up to the 7 days because it's totally free. I'm not going to charge for this because I think everybody should have that chance to try it and figure out themselves, right? Figure out what they're capable of in these 7 days. Figure out what they could do in their current schedule. And there's really no time commitment. It's only 5 minutes. But for more information, you could go down in the description, and there's a link there. But if you're new to my content, I make all sorts of 5-minute workout videos, so feel free to check out more if you want. But I wanted to release this, and again, I'm not going to edit this. I know there's a particular format I'm supposed to follow, quote unquote, but I'm sticking to this today because I genuinely want to get it out there. I want to get this message across that you're not alone, and there is a way out of the way you're feeling. If you feel stuck, if you feel trapped, if you feel judged, if you feel that frustration and that maybe anger that you don't fit in your clothing, or you don't fit into amusement park seats or booths or anything like that. It's not a permanent feeling. There is a way out. You just got to learn how to get there. And that's where I come in. So yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, it's just a matter of saying that you've had it, you've had enough, and you want to change the way you're going about things. So think about that today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed and this helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.